Hello everybody, I will be using 36 pieces of Jenga blocks. The first layer, which is the bottom part, will have about 19 pieces of this, and I'm doing it slowly so you can see how I arrange the blocks here to form a pumpkin. So I glue them together after it. Then now I will just put the second layer, which is about 17 blocks, right on top of each Jenga block rather. This is a very economical kind of craft. Friends, if you like this, please go to my main page, please click the like, and please give me a follow. So I just put them there and then I glue them together. The first layer and the second layer, I glue them together. So 36 pieces of Jenga blocks. I believe one box is about 72 pieces of Jenga blocks, so you can make about 2 pieces of pumpkins here. Then I will be mixing spackle, 1 tablespoon of it, and a little of the Waverly ink. I'll mix them together. Then once totally mixed, I will apply this onto the form using a palette knife. I do the same thing on the side as well, and once done, I dried it using my heat tool, and then now I am sanding it. So the reason why I do that, it's because of the spaces in between the blocks, so it will cover a little bit. And once done, I use this tea light candle. I just rub it there. Then I will be using Waverly plaster. I will apply it 1 coat, the front and the sides as well. I use a cheap brush for that. Then I dried it. Once dry, I am using this sander. I just sanded the sides to remove a little bit of the paint, and it will now show a chippy finish, and that's what I like. I really love this dress look. If you don't like this dress look, then don't do this process. I also use the tea light candle onto the sides here. Then I will use the Waverly plaster, apply just 1 coat, and use again a brush, but I use this fine brush and it's big. So if you're gonna make this kind of craft, it doesn't have to be a shadow box. You can use shadow box, with spaces. You can use without a space or different sizes. So after drying it, I'm using the stenciling brush to remove a little bit of the paint on the side so it will look chippy and distressed. I really love distressed look. So like I've always mentioned, if you don't like distress, vintage look, or dirty look, don't use any stenciling brush or scraper or sander to remove some paints. You can see on the video, I am just removing the ply attached to this napkin. This is from Hobby Lobby. You can use any napkin of your choice. I'm using a water pen to remove the napkins that I don't need for this craft. It will be easier for me to tear the napkin. Now I am applying this Mod Podge using a fan brush so I can decoupage this napkin right on top there. That's gonna be on the top right. And I applied Mod Podge again to seal the napkin. I dried it, and you can see I'm using a cutter just to, to emphasize the space there. Now I will glue this piece. So this will be my pumpkin. I'll put that on the side and I will start to make the bow. So the bow is optional. It's all up to you what materials you're gonna use there, what fabric you're gonna use. You can use any wired ribbon to make your pumpkin. It really depends on you. I'm just showing you how I make my bow. I'm using a bigger bow dabra that I bought from Amazon. So I just use ribbons that will match with the color of the napkin that I used for this craft. I really love this craft because this is really, really very budget friendly. As I bought actually the shadow box from Goodwill, and it's not that expensive. And I use Jenga blocks. So I hope you love the finished craft of this because I really love it. Then I tied it because I'm happy now of how my bow turned out. I make this fluffy, and once I'm happy with it, I will tie it tightly with the jute twine. Now it's coming. You can see that I will make the stem a little darker, and I am using the Jolie finishing wax black top coat. I bought this from Amazon. Then I lightly brush the sides, all the areas that I want to make it look distressed. Now I am putting the bow, and I decorated it with some white berries garland, and this time I'm showing you 4 metal corners. I got this from Temu. I used Burnt Umber by Apple Barrel. Then while the paint is still wet, I sprinkle the ground cinnamon. I put Mod Podge, ample amount of Mod Podge, and I use the heat tool to dry it, and it really looks so rustic. So I did this to the other 3. So the 4 of them are ready to be glued. Now I will put this back and we'll start to glue the pieces on the corners. And you can see that I already have stamped some a word there that welcome fall you all. I'm sorry, I only have one stamp for the fall season, and I have also an owl stamp there on top left. You can see that, and I have that happy fall you all, and all the corners are covered. I like the pumpkin with this very nice bow. Then I put the drawer handle from Hobby Lobby, and I put the handle on the back. It's really very pretty. I love this. Like I've mentioned, if you like to see more of my craft ideas that are very I used it, I use very inexpensive items for my craft. Please go to my main page and please click the like, and please give me a follow so you will be updated with my future reels and craft, and you will be notified when I go live so I can chat with you and we get to know each other. So this is the finished craft. It's so lovely with the pumpkin there. Everything there is optional. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you like this craft. Till next time, friends.